Okay, so in this video, I'm going to share with you some ways to uncover if religious programming or how religious programming is still operating in your nervous system. Okay, so let's jump right in. Oh, but first, if you haven't watched the previous video, the video released right before this one, watch that one first and then come back here. Okay, all right, so the need for attachment. You feel this unrelenting need to be attached to something or to someone or to some people. Here's the thing. When you have been in a church environment, when you have been in religion, especially if you grew up in religion, you're used to a community. Regardless of how dysfunctional it was, you were used to going to a church, making your friends in church, being involved in church functions, activities, groups, and choirs, and all these different things. Okay? Meetings, church services, constantly around people. Well, when you leave church, you don't have that constant attachment anymore. All right. So in addition to that, because you are not associated with a religion, the first thing that you think you'll need to do is replace that religion or replace that faith with something else, with a new quote faith or a new religion or even a new or a spiritual practice. And I am not equating spirituality to religion. People do that, and that is detrimental. Okay. I am not equating spirituality with religion in any way. Okay. Religion is a construct. Even a faith is a construct. All right. So you have this attachment, number one, because religion will tell you what? To have this faith in a God, right? And then here are the people, the other people who will have the same faith in this same God. All of you all be together, be friends. Whether you like each other or not, just be friends. The link, the thread holding you together is that religious construct. The attachment is the religious construct. So that becomes a part of your identity. And it also becomes a way for you to validate yourself, to validate who you are through an external attachment. Again, this is also why, as I support Black women in this work in ascending into their sovereignty after their religious experience, this is one of the reasons why the first thing that I talk about is not developing a spiritual practice. The first thing I talk about is nervous system recalibration, because you ascending into your sovereignty is an identity shift. So we have to start there. All right. Then we can get into the spiritual practices. Then we can get into your spiritual technology. Then we can get into the practices of our ancient Black mothers. All right. But first, we have to unhook from religious programming. We have to reel back in our life force energy from that construct so that we can view ourselves through the lens of our sovereignty, so that we can view ourselves through the lens of our DNA that is coded with divine rhythm. The reason divinity exists is because we are. So in order for you to see yourself that way, you have to unhook from religiosity and the religious construct. Okay. So a need for attachment. If that is showing up, you have to observe that. Again, you're not judging yourself, you're observing. Okay. Another way to know if religious programming is still operating in your nervous system is that you interrogate yourself. Self-interrogation. You're constantly judging yourself, constantly wondering, did I do the right thing? Did I say the right thing? Did I go to the right place? Did I make the right decision? Over and over and over and over again. That is exhausting. If you find yourself doing that, 9 times out of 10, 99.9999%, that you have religion in your nervous system that you need to unhook from. Okay. Also, what you have to understand is too, self-interrogation can also be disguised as self-reflection. Self-reflection is not self-judgment. Self-reflection is observation. All right. Another way you can know if religion is still in your operating system, still in your nervous system, is humility. My gosh. Before we get into that, oh my God, I got to take a break from that one. If you have not already downloaded or got access to the complimentary Ascension workshop that I have available for you, please go ahead and do that now. Inside that workshop, I give you some tips on ways to recognize where religious programming is still operating in your life and how to unhook. All right. And how to take your ascension further. It is, again, it's complimentary. So go ahead and get access to that today. The link to do that is in the description box of this video. Okay. So now I can talk about humility real quick. All right. First, let me just give you what the definition of humble is. The word humble means low in rank, low in quality, status feeling inferiority, subservient. That's what the word humble means. Religion told you that humility equal divinity. Do you know that being humble is the antithesis of who you are as the original woman? Your Black ancient mothers were not sitting around talking about, oh, I want to be in humility. I hold the keys to the galaxies because I hold the cosmic divine womb. Does that sound like a woman who's humble? No. No. That is indicative of a woman who sits in her sovereignty and allows her sovereignty to embrace her. Religion doesn't offer you the space to do that. That is another way for religion to cause you to forget about your origins. So if you're hiding yourself, you're hiding your voice, you tell yourself you don't want to be in the forefront because you're, quote, shy. No, that's humility still playing in your nervous system. Okay? But you can unhook from that. So let me give you another one. Living in survival mode. Survival mode. Listen, if you are living in survival mode, that shows in what you're attracted to. So what we see now is that there are, messages about do this to survive. Use this strategy so your business can survive. If you find yourself being attracted to those messages, then survival mode is still playing in your nervous system. That is still in your aura. Being in survival mode, it hijacks your confidence, it hijacks your power, it hijacks your magic. You aren't put here to survive anything. You are put here to ascend. And it doesn't mean ignoring challenges. It means you know that you have the resolution to solve them. You are the resolution. You have the pattern in your DNA to solve any challenge that comes up in your life. All right. So if you want to take this even further, I invite you to watch the episode that is linked to this video. All right. See you in the next episode.